We're now watching the quarterfinals for the women's bracket on the near end. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. We've got Valkyrie going up against Invasion. You're listening to Ben Johnson as the first strike is happening from Veronica Baird.
It's a great release from Veronica. I'm really happy to see her on court. I know that she had injured her back at provincials, but she's out and coming out swinging.
Absolutely. You played against Invasion. I would love to know a little bit about them.
Oh, Invasion! I love Invasion. They're my American team. So very, very catchy. Sam Greco over in the number right beside Grace, one in from the left here. She's got incredible hands. She's one of those players where even if she's not looking, she's dangerous to throw at. You have on your left corner Grace Rowan, one of the fastest rushers I have seen off of the. So if they had just gone on defense after your throw, her rush is incredible. She's very dodgy. You also have Tia Hoover over on the right side. She's been doing fantastic this tournament. I've seen a lot of great catches. And then you have Becca and Koyo, incredible players. Both have made some great catches, great hits. They're working very, very well together.
And Becca is that salt? Is a little salt shaker?
I believe she does have salt on her jersey. I don't think I've ever seen Invasion all wear the same jersey before. It's just Invasion-esque, you know?
Meanwhile, the break in the action, refs conferring.
Yeah, they're discussing whether that was a double hit, and I think it was off Wintz and, I guess they called a solo.
Okay, and now 4v5 player advantage over to Invasion, and I say that as Koyo is eliminated. 4v4, play call coming out of Baird in the middle here for Valkyrie. Watch out on defense.
It's a really interesting mix-up, too, on Valkyrie, because you have Chili from Sirens coming out of Nova Scotia, and you also have Wintz, who's returning after, I guess, retiring. We love to see her on the court. And then you also have Betty and Yvonne from Rack Attack and Tara from Rogue. It's a great mash of fantastic talent.
Well, who's who in Canada? Meanwhile, Gray with the throw. She is OG on Valkyrie. Wearing the Connor Cooper number 2, as you said, Chili, Angelica Dale. Returning back to the scene here. Previously, it was an injury that kept her from performing at the thing. Like you said, injuries are an issue in dodgeball, but recovery is beautiful to see, like you said, with Baird.
Oh yeah, she took really great care of herself. She sat herself after she felt, after she wasn't feeling too great. And then I was talking to her leading up to the tournament. She wasn't sure how she was going to do, but I'm really, really happy to see that she's come through it.
Gray pushing up. Baird with the throw. Also wearing the gray jersey, Betty Mack inside the right wing.
2 balls on Veronica, and she stays alive. Good placement from Invasion.
Now 4 to the line. Going up against 3, they put 2 on target.
I believe both made contact with the target.
Now that's Becca with the salt, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna put that notes out.
Yes, that's Becca with the salt. You have Greco on the left and Becca on the right. Nice whip from Jess. Very accurate, very deadly. I personally hate going up against her throw. It's very, very hard to read, and her snap is so quick.
Ready, sets, and pump fake. There's good pressure from Baird. It draws the attention and the fire, stays alive. 4v1.
I wasn't able to watch yesterday, but I was told that the Invasion and Valkyrie did play each other in round robin, and it was a close score. I believe Valkyrie won 5-4 over them.
Dale sending it right on shoulder. Great. And you can be that confident too when you've got players all around you. Like if you get taken out in that moment, so be it.
Absolutely. Going for a trade in that moment is probably one of the best plays you can do because Becca's more of a catcher than a thrower.
Meanwhile, Yvonne Schur and Shade Berkeley on the Valkyries team in Ottawa. Meanwhile, Wincy O and Tara Flat. We have a major change on the roster seeing here on the Valkyrie. Do you see any changes on the... So we got Rowan still, Gong now inside of the right wing.
I believe Invasion only has 7 players, so it looks like Koyo's sitting, and yeah, Kate Gong came in. Good double tap on Yvonne.
Katie Sanchez, the captain of Invasion, is on the left wing. Does she have a windmill? Or she?
Katie?
Yeah.
She does.
Okay. Like
She does.
Trickiest part about that windmill is having a good windmill fake.
From what I've seen, she does more of a stationary windmill, but it's extremely accurate for most of the time. Beautiful catch from Greco. What did I tell you? Fantastic hands.
Yeah, and kept feet to the ground.
Beautiful cross.
There was a potential catch opportunity. No one on the right side took it there for Invasion. It is their player advantage right now and their burden to throw. Whew. Ow, swiping it away. Provides the pressure, sends it solo, Rowan unaffected.
I played with Grace in, I believe it was Las Vegas Nationals for USA, and she's come such a long way since then. She's become such a lethal player on the court, and she really, really fits in with Invasion very well. Their game style suits her very well.
Rising star, captain, stays alive. Sanchez moving in to talk to teammates. Kate Gong in the middle. It's rolling with the throw. Action happening, and the Mac attack. Ow is targeted and gets so low, as is Gong. Is anyone eliminated? Wow.
Gong is eliminated.
Gong taken out.
Looks like Veronica did find her knee or maybe a hand.
You know, Kate Gong has got that same casualness of Cody Danfoley.
Her face doesn't change.
Yeah.
That's a great comparison to CDF, actually. That's a really good comparison.
3v3, locked up. I find in situations like this could be maybe a commentary curse, but also this could be locked up for a while.
You have very dodgy players on both sides. Good tag from Tia. She finds the foot over in the right corner from Valkyrie.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Right on target. Doing the splits, but can't get away from the bared ball. Also tricky, lefty. Right on the hips.
Great release from Betty Mack. Grace also can catch very well, so as long as they put it outside of her halo area, outside of her body.
Woo, that's the way to do it, outside shoulder.
Like that?
Well, and maybe this is also another moment when you're not used to lefties, the way it kind of comes in on you. It's so unintuitive after seeing so many throws.
And Veronica Baird, we all know that she's got a cannon of an arm.
See where they place Gray. Is she going to make her way? So I guess they're giving up the left wing to Flat when she's on court.
I believe Gray is trying out middle and support right now. Great tag from Veronica. Sam almost pulled it in. Close, very close. They have really great flow on Valkyrie. There's no set corners, there's no set middles. Everybody can play everywhere. The versatility is quite impressive.
Well, I would say, like, what's great about Valkyrie, it's like strategy first, talent second. And so just being able to be kind of the best in any given moment. As Valkyrie have an elimination here. Berkeley hitting quick to retreat. Gray getting that ball. Quick play call. Flat wearing Keitha Cowley's jersey right now.
Looks like Rowan tried to take an early counter and was unsuccessful.
And now gets punished because of it.
Tara Flat with that accurate windmill.
Gray, quick play call. Berkeley, ball on ball. Gong pushing up. Play call now coming from Invasion. Their burden to throw. In between the wickets of Flat. Berkeley providing pressure, also a lefty.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen Tara released overhand. I've only ever seen her with a windmill.
Well, you've got first-hand witness.
That was two, first and second time.
Play call again, Invasion against the full court for Valkyrie. mythical heroes up 2 points. This quarterfinal match for the women's for the thing.
Beautiful catch from Kate Gong on Shade Berkeley. Looks like she pinched it right between her ball and her thighs, bringing in Sam Greco.
4v5, that's what you need to do.
Great
Another
hit,
hit.
Sammy.
Gets on court and quickly makes her presence known.
She has a very unorthodox way of throwing, but she has a cannon.
Mac calls her own number, sends it right across, taking out Koyo.
Well, we've got double gray in the corners for Valkyrie right now.
3, 2, 1.
Unsure, ball's up, and wow!
A catch from Betty Mack.
And sends
And
it
a
on the
hit.
attack. MVP moment. We're going to have to remember that later when we're picking out our VC Dodgeball player of the match.
I highly doubt she'll let us forget.
Whew. Presence of mind. And meanwhile,
Every single ball was right on target.
just the advantage of that kind of diagonal run that you're doing is it's so hard to have a pinpoint shot on someone. As much as they are getting closer to you, they're getting that farther away, and it's so easy for a ball to be thrown and fall behind the player that's running. So not a stupid move to just like go for it, and the upside of catching.
In that situation, I mean, realistically, you can dodge until the cows come home, but it's not like dodging is going to bring a player in, right? So essentially sacrificing yourself for a catch would be the move, especially against a team like Valkyrie. If you can keep doing something like that, picking them off one by one, because they're very well put together, they're very strategic, they're a well-oiled machine and always have been.
Timeout called, probably by Invasion, if I were to guess. Once that kind of that first 3 points.
Maybe trying to upset the momentum that Valkyrie currently has on their side.
And maybe Mitch, he's doing something else. Can you show the Invasion team graphic? I would love to see their past performance, because if I recall well, yeah, 4th has been their best performance thus far at the thing. So they have yet a podium finish. This is a crucial one for them, because of course they'd be top 4 if it didn't go their way. So can they have that finishing ability to be?
I believe Valkyrie was also a 5th place finish last year. They're definitely coming out a lot stronger than they were in the previous year. I myself have only played, this is my only 2nd time at this tournament, but I remember playing the Valkyrie last year, and they look a lot more put together, a lot more cohesive. Veronica gets away from that double throw off of, it looks like Rowan and Greco from the Invasion side.
Look out for Chile, aka Angelica Dale, and it's Berkeley.
Sanchez is eliminated.
Captain Sanchez out. Wincy O wearing the Doyle jersey number 6, holding up the right wing. She crosses and connects perfectly. The Canadian cross.
I am such a huge fan of hers. I'm so happy she's here. I found out she was coming and I DM'd her on Instagram instantly and was fangirling.
Oh! Attempted catch, flat, falls flat, unable to bring it in.
Great wordplay there, Ben. Great wordplay.
Thank you. I tried to moderate the dad jokes. Oh, 1-2. One thing, maybe you probably have a great angle for it when you're playing. I would say great, not the most intimidating player, because she has kind of like almost like she's surprised when the balls are coming at her. But then when she throws the balls, you're like, holy, what is going on? Just the firepower.
I think Jessica Gray, the way she plays, it's almost as if she's providing the opponents with like a false sense of hope.
Yeah.
That she's looking so shocked when they throw at her, but she is incredibly effective blocking. She can catch well, she moves well, she knows her positioning on the court, and she definitely has a lot better ball control than I do. She's very patient. There's been multiple times where she's held the ball where I know personally I probably would have released it.
It's always tricky when a player doesn't have that serious look, and yet every part of their action is very calm, collected, and controlled. Gong.
Goes for the catch, unable to pull it in.
So she's been saved for the last couple times now. Valkyrie rolling. 6 and a little more than a half left in this first half. Invasion needs to switch it up. Sanchez now middle. Let's see if there's any changes with this opening rush. A very quick start, if I may, for Invasion.
Sanchez is eliminated off of that rush from Veronica Baird,
Tradesies
as well as wins.
pushing up. Tia Hoover chatting with teammates. Now 4 balls, burden the throw, Invasion women. Pow!
Veronica and Grace Rowan on a trade there. Looks like Jess saw an opportunity and she connected.
Line outside. So you see that you're gonna be able to get the sweat off the fingers. Yvonne Gray, I'm gonna say Yvonne Gray. Yvonne Scher in the middle, wearing the gray jersey, shares with teammates. She's been on the top stage, as you said, in the rack attack alongside Betty Mack. And brilliant throws.
Chile makes a catch in the air.
Representing the East Coast. Now makes her, as I said, makes her way to the left wing, but that's sure she's going to do that. Gong does not survive.
Looks like she was tagged out maybe on the first one.
Coyle readies for the throw. Sends it on Scher, who is trying to draw attention. Lots of Valkyrie to hit, though.
This is the full 4 lineup of Valkyrie subs. Let's see what they do. Beautiful hit. Oh, balls hit. Looks like balls hit each other in the air.
Lots of balls on the Invasion end. Sets, delivers, turfs it, resets the shot clock. Still Invasion burden to throw. Scher sets herself, gets nice and low, and
Betty Mack.
Just unbelievable precision. (5-0). Invasion hoping to break a streak. Toss back, Baird.
A release from Shade on the inside pass.
No connections. Oh, good throws, great catch, and another one. This could not go more sideways. Woof. That was like, these are all great throws, but just everything just suddenly went in favor of Valkyrie.
They're always in the right spot. They're always in the right spot. When the other team's panicking or confusion is happening or chaos, anything like that, Valkyrie is always very well put together, and they just,
And Sanchez
beautiful catch from Katie.
brings it in. Look at the excitement on Kate Gong's face.
Unsure why Yvonne was called off, maybe a line out.
So our eyes are on Invasion. Watch out for Baird, she's likely to be pushing. She does. No offense. 4 players to 5, burden to throw on Valkyrie. Ball apiece. Or 4 on 4, sorry. Now burden on Invasion.
4v4.
Up and
Another
caught!
catch.
Wow!
Another catch from Katie Sanchez.
Oh, just taking that moment there for Shade. Places the ball down, brings the other one in.
Pop-up catch for Shade, but Invasion answered with a direct catch on Veronica Baird.
Captain Sanchez, again, presence of mind to be staying focused on what's happening. Flat now in that left wing.
Sanchez is eliminated.
A lot of gloves, ready to go on the Invasion end. It's their chance on offense, though. Preemptive throw, no strike, and a double tap, making sure Flat is out.
Sammy left against 3 Valkyrie players.
A worthwhile trade.
Ball advantage is on Sam, and
Oh
she's
my
on the back
goodness.
line.
She was setting herself. There's no warning line. Downside of the women's bracket, and it's just, there was not like she was rushing back. She was just kind of setting her body get ready to be in defense.
It's difficult to read where this back line is because, like you said, we don't really have a whirling line. We only have this like
There's a
little
little
blue
tiny
notch
strip in the
here, which
center.
nobody can see.
Oh, and it's not like it's like a dotted line going throughout.
Personally, I've been trying to use my own players because most of them tend to stay up about half court.
Whew. That is an excellent shoe shot, confirmed limb. Greco not liking this right now. She didn't have a great angle on it though. She's kind of a little taken aback. Ready, set, and go. Hard throw, Gray. Like you said, taking up the middle.
A trade between Yvonne and Katie. Body advantage is on Valkyrie. Ball advantage goes to Invasion. Beautiful hit from Tara.
But it's a trade.
Worthwhile trade. Valkyrie still stays in the lead, and she takes out one of the commanders of the court on the Invasion side.
Solo throw, Rowan not connecting.
Shade also released and could not find that target.
Play call coming out of Salt and Pepper there, Becca Slivka. And
Shade with the throw and then the flat dodge.
throw to go low. Stays alive, so no trade. Oh, but she gets
Great cross from
a
Grace
silent
Rowan.
snipe. Great heads up work on her end. Ball advantage. Invasion, they send two on target.
Betty Mack is eliminated from that rifle from Grace Rowan.
Trying to make Connor Cooper proud. We're at the end of the first half. 6-0 lead. Are they going to get a point? Can Invasion turn it around right at the end here?
It's a very dominant showing from Valkyrie so far. We have Jess Gray and Chili left up against Grace Rowan and Becca.
On target and staying alive. Ball's inert. Taking one another. Burn the throw on Becca. Right in the pocket.
Great catch from Jess Gray.
Oof. Okay, you're down. You're in the quarterfinals. What can be done if you're Invasion?
I think personally that they may be playing too close to the line. They seem to be getting caught off of a lot of the, first of all, the rush. Veronica is dominating on her rush throw. She's made contact with pretty much, I would say at least like 95% of those. Invasion, I would say move a little bit more. You know, you can't be as greedy as maybe you want to be with players like Valkyrie because they know they're very, 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 very good at making themselves look juicy enough to take those preemptive strikes, but they also know, they know before you know that you're going to take that throw.
Yeah. So it's a little shout out to Lynn Kirkpatrick. I hope you're watching right now. Proud of your team. Strategic brilliance being put on display. Because there even was a moment where like added aggression from Invasion. It just it just went horribly in the sense they had on body hits and then catches happened and then boom they're down several players when they just switched up the tempo.
See, the thing is with these two teams is Valkyrie is a very controlled pace. They like to set the tone of the game and they keep it at that same pace. Invasion, from what I've seen at least, they capitalize on chaos. But Valkyrie is not a team that you can easily pull into that. They don't feed into other teams such as, you know, Invasion, Rainbow Thunder, Finesse. Like that's typical sort of chaos. They bring it back in, they collect themselves, and then they, once again, they pull you to the game that they want to play.
Yeah, never getting heated.
And Lynn, if you are watching, we love and miss you here at the Seattle tournament. Your team is definitely showing up and showing out in your honor.
Both teams ready. And we are underway in the second half.
Looks like no toss from either side. Invasion seems to be playing a little bit more of a safe game this set.
Big rip. Ground first. Pressure provided by Valkyries in the slow retreat. They're confirming, like, wait, we don't need to retreat. It's our burden.
Beautiful. That windmill is so deadly.
It's the walking the dog. It stays just above ground. And you can kind of feel the frustration there. It just hits the knee. There's really no defending that.
See, and with players that throw like a windmill so consistently, such as Tara, JC Morris, that kind of thing, they often do leave their body open during their windmill, but Valkyrie has such good coverage on their side that you're free to take those shots, the crosses, the counters, anything like that.
When like another thing about the Valkyrie is because like they have lefties, they have windmills, there's just the ball can come at you from any and all directions.
Oh, you got a little bit of everything on that side. Looks like Grace was eliminated.
Now taking the right wing. Captain Sanchez throws it winger on winger, confirming.
Finger block from Shade. Great honesty over there. It's always very refreshing when players are calling themselves out like that, because the ref can't see everything, right?
Impossible.
They're doing their best, but with finger blocks, it's a tough call to make. So definitely depending on the integrity of the players for sure.
Until we come up with bodysuits.
Put a cam on everybody.
I just love it for just light up. Ooh, Sanchez getting those fingers out of the way.
She wanted to.
Rinse out, big smile.
Gong stays alive against the Jess Gray whip.
Meanwhile, 4 players to 2. Best chance for a point we've seen from Invasion. Watch out for Gray. Ready, sets, delivers. Missing Gong. It's quick into the attack zone. Might check in with her teammates. It's their burden to throw. Koyo, it's been a while since we've seen her throw. She sends it.
Survival on that double ball play.
2 balls apiece for the Valkyrie women. Send it at the captain, and that late trailer does it. On shoulder. Tia Hoover now taking that wing. Gong hustling up.
I love watching her play. Her and her tiptoes. Nice
Cross.
hit from Tia.
Cross does not connect. Now 3-1.
Jess Gray against Kate Gong, Koyo, and Tia on the Invasion side.
So
We've seen her do it before. We know she's capable.
Which is
Great placement from Koyo, though, and they find their target. They are officially on the board.
Meanwhile, in a moment here, we're going to have to select our top 4 candidates for the VC Dodgeball Player of the Match.
And what are you thinking? Who do you got in mind?
Well, we've continuously talked about
Betty Mack?
Well, yeah, Mack. We've got Gray. Berkeley had some pretty incredible moments. We had Rowan, Greco, Sanchez on the left wing has been holding up pretty well. I feel like Kate Gong has had the survivability, but there hasn't been like that big moment. And
Beautiful
meanwhile,
catch from Grace.
Rowan showing us she definitely deserves to be one of our finalists.
I think for myself, for Valkyrie, I'm more so looking at Veronica Baer
Okay, yeah.
because of how effective
The way
she's
she
been off
started.
the rush. She's very quick on her feet. She's been surviving well. She proved me right.
Eyes on her at the perfect time. And that's something to be said. When you can start a match or a set 6-5, get that early contact and stay alive. Mack boots it out of the way. Thankfully not at any person. It was near. And Valkyrie burden to throw. Whew, well, there we go. So let's put Baird on the list.
100% I'm putting her on that list.
We're watching the quarterfinals here as
Betty
Mack
is eliminated by Rowan.
firm to limb. 4v4. Is it comeback time here for Invasion? Sanchez, hard throw.
Great tag from Sanchez on Winsover in that corner.
Gong protecting teammates, slow to retreat. Now play call alongside Rowan. Sanchez, solo throw. Really protects, ball's inert, and no hit again. And gets the refund, and then takes her out. Biggest reaction I've seen from Kate Gong. That was a wild
very
moment.
close. Very close to that catch. Just rolled off her feet.
Great presence of mind for Chile to stay with it. It's Barrett
Veronica
Island.
eliminated off of the top of her head, it looks like.
Player advantage here for Invasion. They're staying with it. Two balls apiece for the Valkyrie. They crisscross it.
Great
Sanchez.
catch.
Let's make sure the right player comes in. There we go. 4-1. Yvonne Sure. Let's see what she can do. Goes up and stays alive. Greco taken out. Sanchez kind of using that body to hide behind. Shot clock counting down. Valkyrie throw. Good movement on that throw.
5 balls, it looks like, over on Yvonne's side. Yvonne is also very quick on her feet. She's very hard to hit, and she's got a pretty good arm, too.
Woohoo, and shown right there.
Very close, very close.
4-3, now 2-1. Sets herself. Not in any corner. She's got room to back up. She gets nice and low. Squares up, pump fakes. And clips, making a 1v1. Koyo versus Yvonne.
She's so good at choosing her moments. She's very, very patient.
Free throw, no connect.
Looks like 5 balls on the Valkyrie side. Is that right? Yeah, Koyo's got 1.
Good blocking, active blocking, keeps it away. Maybe expect a 1-2. Watch those ball retrievers. They got to send them in fast. Only one throw. There's the 2. Rolling
A
it.
3v1 for Yvonne.
Woo!
Fantastic
4, 3,
showing.
2, 1, and a point on the board.
Fantastic.
That was-
now I have no idea who to put on this on the
That
list
was
for
a rack
MVP.
attack right there. Meanwhile, who would you pick for Invasion's potential MVPs?
For Invasion, Grace Rowan is definitely a big one for me. Katie Sanchez has been doing pretty well. It just seems like Veronica's heavy targeting her off of that rush, which is a great idea because Sanchez is a big arm on the Invasion side.
Agreed. I would also put her in that because she's had some big moments on the left wing. Meanwhile, Invasion, burden to throw. Getting out of the way.
Yeah, I think my choice for Invasion would definitely be Grace Rowan.
Berkeley providing some distraction there, but passes the ball on to flat. Invasion ready, sets, ball's flying back and forth. Mac is the limb.
And who did you want?
5, 4, 3.
I think Gray would be another candidate for me for Valkyrie.
And
Which is nice because we
Invasion?
got OG Valkyries. Sanchez being that second one. Oh! Grace Rowan
Beautiful
showing
catch.
why she is a good choice for us as a potential VC Dodgeball player of the match.
Don't mind my handwriting, I'm a little shaky. Tara's
6.
eliminated from Grace again. Another hit!
Rolling here is Invasion. Full court against 2.
Very capable players on the side for Valkyrie. I'm very curious to see what they do with this.
Coach Berkeley.
An
looking
attempt
over.
from an attempt of a cross from Grace, unsuccessful.
Greco getting body out of the way. Sanchez pushing. They check in with teammates. With that play call. Rowan, Gong, Sanchez at the line. Counter cross, not connecting. Point Sal getting another ball. Burden to throw on Valkyrie. Just missing. Good. Oh, okay. It
Looks like she was
narrowed.
tipped. Fantastic honesty. I'm such a big fan of hers.
Sanchez taking a great opportunity. The coach sends one. And the trailer gets
And a
it.
tag from Sanchez right on what looked like maybe a foot or a calf. 8-2 with just about 9.5 left, 9:40.
So there's time, but it definitely needs to be the Invasion's game from here on out.
Absolutely, and it would need to be very fast sets. Looks like a false start on both sides.
Or they're so early to that. Sometimes like a misplay like that doesn't get counted as a false start. Play call coming from Greco. The quick set, fire hard. And I
a
believe
catch
that's
from Sam, definitely a catch. Even had that ball even been released a little bit earlier, it was still live while she was gaining control of that first pop-up.
thins the numbers here for Valkyrie.
And a tag on Jess Gray.
This is the momentum you want if you're Invasion. Mac now taking the left wing. Joey passing to teammate. Cher readies for 2 balls. Whew, Mac, hard throw and an and one.
A block right across the court, tagging Tia.
Could have been turnaround Tia because she went for it, wasn't able to get it. Mac, double tap, takes her out. Chili now in the corner. Just doubled up on players, Invasion advantage. Whew, good throws.
And Yvonne again, 4v1.
If we see it again, that just like we need to strike someone from the
she
MVP
has all
list.
the balls.
Okay, so definitely expect a 1-2 punch throw. Sorry, Jess, if Yvonne gets this, she's taking your place on the MVP list. Narrowly missing.
Who knows? She might burn out that whole 3 minutes.
Well, and that's another part, like great part is like the survivability, like you're pointing out here. Another way to win is just to eat up time.
Well, they're in a great spot right now. They don't need to rush. They don't need to speed up the game. Slowing it down and surviving, burning that clock as much as you can would be the strategy here. And Yvonne is very talented at doing just that.
Wouldn't be surprised for one. Oh, wow.
And a tag from Grace.
Grace is like, I'm just going to make this happen. She's been a VC Dodgeball player of a match earlier today, I believe.
Timeout called for Valkyrie.
Grace Rowan. Timeout, because yeah, we're seeing the momentum happening from Invasion, so we might as well hit the brakes.
It's what now, 8-3 with 7:10, 7:12 to go.
One of the things I like to emphasize, if you're preparing for like national level play, is when you choose timeouts matters. It's just not something we're used to on the more casual level. And so like being strategic, whether it's like and we saw it earlier with Misfits. Were you watching that game?
So
Chef's kiss.
I believe I caught the end of it because we were playing on the further court against North. But I did catch the end of it you're talking about with Hardest Foam, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I caught the end of it when there was a big catch on Misfits. And then the 1v1 versus, I believe, is his name, the back of his jersey says Confident.
Otherwise known as Casually Confident.
I've never met him, so I had no idea. But him and Valence, that trade-off. Realistically, all he had to do was survive for the last 5 seconds. But that one-to-one trade.
Well, and one of the things I wanted to point out is earlier, and like they had a moment at the half where it was tied up, and they were like, pause. They were vibing. We're like, we need to close this out going into the second half. And so sometimes you find timeouts done when like you've got a 1v player, and like, let's give them some rest. But like choosing moments either kill momentum or just confirm the sort of high leverage moment that you're in. So here we see it. We're back on court. 3-8 burden on Invasion, and they take out flat. They're the comeback kids right now.
They're finding their targets. They're hitting. They're all hitting.
Good block. Now we know Becca threw her salt shirt. Is that her in center court right now?
Number 4 coming in from the left right here is Becca. Now number 3 from the left side.
It's too bad there isn't like pepper on the back. Dong walking confidently up the center. It's rolling with the
hit,
show.
beautiful hit.
Okay, familiar faces as final players on the court. Shade Berkeley readies, sets. They both have 2 in hand. Cher's throw. Goes wide. Yvonne Scher out of Calgary, Alberta.
With 6 minutes left, I think the play here for Valkyries just to burn the time. Beautiful
Sanchez.
catch.
Great timing, great placement, better catch. Good, moves again.
And we're now up to 8-4.
We were as high, was it 7-0 or 7?
Going into the
6-0?
second half?
No, like with just kind of the biggest difference we had. Like, you know,
I believe we're at a 6 or 7-0 deficit for sure, yeah.
that is quite the comeback because we've had 2, 3, 4 all in a row.
They're starting to close that gap. They're finding their targets. They're finding their groove. Sam, get your foot off that line.
It's not the way you want to be called out.
Because what's the rule there? If you still have your foot on the line when the first play is made?
I thought it was like a 30 seconds.
I have no idea.
Good throw, better, no, not as good block. Baird. Ever since we kind of put our eyes on her talking MVP, she's been inert. And as we talk MVP, it is now your opportunity to vote for the VC Dodgeball Player of the Match. I see a vote going in there. Was that for Baird?
Yep. Immediately as you said her name, she shot up.
Up and out is
Great
Grace
hit
Rowan.
from Jess.
Just saying, don't take me off that list. Despite the great play of her teammates, Sam Greco is eliminated.
Another hit from Jess. Beautiful throw.
And that's another thing with a strong team is you can have players kind of go silent for a little bit. Not that it's particularly resting their arm, but it's just like all of a sudden they're like, oh, Jess is back. Bam, bam. Tara aiming, missing. Becca staying alive. (3v5) refs holding the time clock. We need to.
Safety first. Safety first. Betty tying her shoe over there.
And yeah, thank you refs who make sure to hold the time. Because if we get to the final minute, we want to make sure that Invasion has that chance. If a comeback is happening, they have inside of 4 minutes, 3.5. Firing back and forth, big catch. Berkeley bringing back Baird. This one might be enough to snuff out the comeback. Good block. Both great blocking. Tia Hoover in the left corner. Nicholas Slavica descended and both get eliminated.
Takes out Salt and Pepper on the side, and Tia goes two. So it's 9-4 in favor of Valkyrie.
Big point right there. As Mitch was showing us an alternative reality of 8-5, that would have been the momentum going. Valkyrie now trying to close it out. They take out Rowan.
Jess has really hot hands right now. She's doing great.
Whew, big rip.
And a catch, pop-up catch off of Shade into the hands of Betty Mack. I don't know if she got hit by more than one.
Meanwhile, Rowan off. Ref's gonna confer, clarify. We've stopped the clock. Good vibes on the Valkyrie end. Quiet on the Invasion end. Captain Sanchez is ready. Communicates, as is Captain Gray. A reminder when you're playing, it's only captains that can speak to the refs. You've ever seen like 3 or 4 I've seen 3 it's Megan's team in the past. Megan McCaffrey's had a 3-captain team, 4 captains maybe. That's one way to make more of your team eligible to speak to the refs. It's just
we just send Amanda.
yeah.
You go deal with it.
We send our first. The first among equals.
So it looks like a catch and out. So whose ball was caught? Sam Greco.
3 players remaining for Invasion against 5 Valkyrie. Mythical Warriors. Watch out for Baird hanging in the back. In and out of the gloves. That's where she's been catching. Sanchez just doing, oh, not this time. Tia pushing up. Right on target.
Jess
Great.
is eliminated.
They tried to be sneaky, but Gong was sneakiest.
You have just over 2 minutes left.
Sure, sending it, but she was prepared for a potential counter. Ball's up and ineligible to be caught. 4 players to 2. Time is on the Valkyrie side and the points. We're not likely to see an end of half no blocking.
Actually, it depends on the teams, really. Like, even in our game, I think North wanted to play it out, so we ended up playing the extra set, as well as the Nemesis and Invasion game. They wanted to play the sudden
I was
death.
going to say, we have seen it on stream earlier today. Good throw.
Tia's eliminated. Great spot from Yvonne.
And a reminder of a lot of those first half sets. There's Gong v. Many.
4v1.
There, play call. Watch flat, shot clock reset, and that's the strategic patience of Valkyrie right there. No one was just going to go anyways, even with the score lead in the final minute, counting down. Like that discipline.
Dominant 10-4 game for Valkyrie.
10-4, big buddy. That absolutely is. We need to have a sponsor just for the score 10-4. If we're looking for sponsors, I'd like Brush to be one, Megan. And we're on again.
30
Final
seconds
30.
left.
Jinx.
Katie is eliminated.
Pushing up to the line. Ready, set, and deliver. Multiple on target. That's what you need to take out Gray. No other teammates taken out in the process. But what's she doing that catch move?
Because so she was hit by 2 balls. One of them popped up and was caught by a player over here, but I think the discrepancy is whether or not the first ball that hit Jess Gray had died.
Okay, yeah. That was eliminating her as a living player. If it hit the ground, she would be a part of the floor.
I believe the first ball did die first because the pop-up did seem to move in a bit of slow motion across the court.
And at this point, nothing's going to be contested because we are at the end of the second half. Valkyrie's not wanting to play on.
Valkyrie does not want to play. I mean, it is a huge risk playing it out.
Unnecessary
if you get
risk.
hurt for a round that you
going
didn't
on
need
to
to play. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Invasion was happy to keep going, which was great on them. Well, Mitch, we're curious, who is our VC Dodgeball player of the match?
Veronica Baird with the MVP of the match. We're not surprised. She did amazing in that game. Very accurate. A
Team
dominant
leader.
10-4 win for Valkyrie. That was a great game for them.
Meanwhile, we are rolling on. It'll be Royals out of Quebec, Canada.
And then me. It looks like.
Tune in to 2 p.m. Pacific, Rainbow Thunder.
Everybody be there.
Would that be-
Everybody.
this is now semifinals we're watching, right?
Yes. So I believe we will play Flex. They just had a great 7-1 victory over Finesse. So I believe it will be us versus Flex at 2 p.m. And then you have Royals, and I'm unsure who the other team would be. I've tried checking the bracket. I don't know how to read it. I have no idea. I just